Good morning, my dear brothers. Welcome back to our biomedical ethics class. Yesterday we learned something about IVF. No? What is IVF? In vitro fertilization. Today we shall learn something about surrogacy. Surrogacy motherhood. Surrogate motherhood. You know, motherhood is a very special gift, that God has given to each and every woman. Each and every woman. However, this dream of being a mother eludes many women. Some people or some women doesn't get this opportunity because of the defect in the bodily system. They have defects in the body, so they are not able to conceive. Changing times, the fast pace of life, and immense pressure on both men and women has left them face to face with complicated medical issues related to their what you call infertility or incapacity to bear a child. Imagine in the family, a newly married couple, they have been trying 1, 2, 3, 4 years. They have planning. Family planning is over. After 2-3 years, naturally that the parents of the what you call bride and what you call mother-in-law of the bride, sure they'll be expecting a child. They'll be expecting. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure. They don't understand what are the complications that couple are undergoing. We don't know. Problem is with the husband or problem is the wife. All that they are undergoing is a pressure, another trauma, from the both the sides, parents and what you call in-law side. Please, give us a what you call grandchild. They say, please give us a grandchild, and we want to play with our grandchildren. Not two. But then they don't know what is really happening between the husband and wife. What's got the problem? They are incapable. They are infertile to produce the children. That is happening. In the family today, the reach of medical science has gone a great levels. How fast is growing and development of our science and technology today. Yet, if you want a child and are not unable to conceive one, then a surrogate woman can help you become a mother in a different way. When the couple have got some problem, can't conceive, the wife cannot conceive, so both the what you call husband and wife, they give their things, the gametes. Now what is gametes? Reproductive cells of gametes are reproductive cells of both man and female. Men in the case of sperms, and women in the case of ova. They combine. These cells are gamete cells, reproductive cells. So they give to another lady, they implant in another lady's womb, and she carries for 9 months, and once the delivery is taking place, she gives the baby to the original couple. In the case surrogate mother is, or surrogate lady is only lady who carries for 9 months on basis of contract, on the basis of business. You shall carry for 9 months, you shall pay me this much amount for the food, for my doctor's consultation, etc., etc. They contract another third lady, and they borrow a womb, let's say rent a womb for 9 months. This is what happening. Between 1999 and 2013, there were 30,927 surrogate pregnancies in the United States of America. Okay, between 1999 to 13, there were about almost 31,000 pregnancies. That is surrogate pregnancies in United States of America. 8,581 of which were singleton pregnancies. When I say singleton, a single baby, a single baby is born, of what you call of among 30,000, 8,000 were single, and 4,566 were twins in surrogacy. Okay, in surrogacy, 8,581 8,581 were single birth, single child, and 4,566 were twin pregnancies, and 233 were triplet pregnancy. You understand? Same triplet, 3 children or 3 babies were born of a single surrogate mother. Okay, resulting in 13,380 deliveries, with a total of 18,400 infants were born. There are only totally 13,380 deliveries, among which the number of children were 18,000, which means many couple carried twins or triplet, 3 children. Yesterday somebody was asking, is it possible to conceive and bear children of 3, 4, 5? Twins these days are common. These days twins are common to bear and give birth, but triplet, 3 children. Imagine 3 children carrying a lady in the womb and giving birth. They are all what you call healthy and okay. So this is the research made in United States of America. It is estimated that in India more than 25,000 children have been born through gestational surrogacy. Now you know the word gestational, right? Gestational, what you call babies in the womb, during their what you call development, growth of the child, in the womb. Now when we speak about gestational surrogacy, it means in gestational surrogacy the child is not biologically related to the surrogate mother, who is often referred to as a gestational carrier, rented womb. She is only paid for her carriage of the child. Instead, the embryo is created via in vitro fertilization using IVF and using the eggs and sperm of the intended parents. Now, so they are the original parents. When I say intended parents, they are the original parents. They want to give, they want to what you call give birth, but they are not able to do it. They are incapable, infertile, so they are borrowing, renting someone's womb. Okay, so intended parents are the donors. Sometimes, we don't know both. Sometimes when there is a problem with the husband or the wife, they don't take the sperm and the egg of the original couple. They may seek another third party, from the what you call a sperm bank. They may seek third party. They may be donating. Of course, they have to pay to them also. They have to pay to them, and they have to pay to the surrogate mother. You get me what I want to say? Yes. And is then transferred to the surrogate. That is called what you call a gestational surrogacy. You get me point? No? She is only a carrier. She is only a mediator. No? Or only what you call, she is providing her womb, her uterus for 9 months. Nothing else. Once the child is born, she has to give it to the original couple, original parents. Yeah. So now what is surrogacy? A simple definition would say surrogacy means your baby is carried by some other lady, often referred to as surrogate mother. Okay, it is my baby, but it is carried by some other lady because I am not capable, I am not fertile, I am infertile, so I am asking some other lady to carry my baby using my egg and the sperm of my husband. Okay, a woman offers her womb for rent to have your baby. She just comes forward, to dialogue and what you call it, to agreement, how much she would charge for 9 months to carry one baby. She has got her own price. If you are looking for a beautiful woman and with white skin, and you imagine that should be what you call a healthy. You choose ladies who are thin, already weak. The child may not be healthier. There also will be problems. So you have to always choose a lady who is capable and who is healthier, strong enough and what you call a fit. Imagine you choose a lady who has already got some sickness and she has already carried 3, 4, 5. I don't think it will be what it will be successful, but the child that which carries the 4th one, 5th one may not get the sufficient nutrition, or she may have some health issues. So the lady has to be capable and fit enough. Should be strong in her health. So she goes through the 9 months of pregnancy. Okay, delivers your child and hands it over to you immediately after the birth. Once the birth is given, she gives the birth, no more she cannot keep with her the baby. She had to immediately give it to the original. That is the agreement. No, that is the agreement that you signed for. No, that is the agreement. That is the contract you signed for, and you receive the money. You receive the money. Some couple would pay the half. No, at the beginning. No, you carry 9 months. Shall pay you the half of the money once the childbirth is taking place. Once you hand over to me the child, I shall pay you the balance. No, so it depends on the contract and agreement. No, between couple and what you call the surrogate mother. Surprisingly, there are millions of donors ready to lend their wombs. There are thousands of donors. I mean, the surrogate mothers who are ready to give their womb, both in India and abroad. No, usually people come from outside the countries to India, because in India it is very, very cheap. People are there waiting, because of the unemployment and what you call economical crisis and the background that they are in the family. It is easy to convince, just like organ donation. Remember, there is a tourism of organ donation. People come and they promise a certain amount of money, and you say, by offering one of your kidney or lung, you are not going to die. Rather, your family is profiting with the huge sum of money that the foreigners are offering to you. And similarly, there are a lot of foreigners who are the couple who are infertile, come to in the other countries, and they seek the help of the surrogate mothers. They are ready. Maybe in poor and urban areas, people are ready to offer their home, so that they get good payment. I shall show you later in the video how the Indian women, they are offering to foreigners their womb, and the sum of amount that they get, they say it is equal that their 1 year of their wage, 1 year of their salary they are getting in 9 months, or with just carrying one child. That is what the lady will explain in the video that we shall see later. Now, and there are surprisingly, there are millions of donors. They are ready to give their homes, thus becoming surrogate mothers, and still others who are willing to give away their eggs to fulfill the dreams of other women. Not only people who give their womb, also there are women who give their eggs when some couples, the problem is the wife, husband is okay, his system is functioning well, whereas the wife, she has got some problem with her reproductive system or in the womb. Immediately there is a third woman comes forward and says, I am ready to give my egg. So I can, she offers her egg, and original husband gives his sperm. Of course, they come together and form. That is different. I mean, what I want to say is, besides surrogate's mother who offer the womb, there are also people, women who offer the egg. Who offer the egg. So this is a simple definition of what you call a surrogacy. You get? Is it clear? Good. We shall keep learning. When a couple who are unable to give birth to a child takes the help of another woman, and that woman carries and gives birth to a baby of that couple, then it is termed as surrogacy. Surrogacy is derived from Latin word subrogate, means to substitute. Alphonse, to substitute. Surrogacy arrangements are usually sought when pregnancy is either medically impossible or it is considered very risky for health of the mother. Usually people seek surrogacy when they are incapable, or when they are infertile, or medically it is not possible for them to get conceived or to get the pregnancy. Henceforth they seek the surrogate mothers. Those couples seeking surrogacy are called intended parents. They want to give birth, but they are not able to give birth. Henceforth they are seeking the third person. Now, and this is not a new concept today, because it has been used since the ancient times. Like there was a custom known as antiquity in the times of Babylonian civilization. A barren woman allows her husband to reproduce a child with another woman to prevent divorce because of childlessness, and that child would be reared, raised or nurtured by that childless woman. No, it is not a new thing that we are seeing in our society today. It has been existing in the ancient times, no, especially in Babylonian civilization. Suppose when the couple they marry, when the husband finds their wife is not able to produce, when the wife is not able to procreate, there is a possibility of getting divorced. No, you are good for nothing, you are not able to capable of producing. Henceforth the husband goes and marries another woman who can produce. So now, since the wife wanted to keep the same husband, no, she doesn't want to get divorced from the husband. Hence, no, the the wife herself seeks another lady to offer her womb, to offer her egg, to be in partner with her husband, so that they join together and procreate, so that once the procreation is over, once the child is given at birth, the virgin mother takes the child and they are again living together. So it avoids the divorce in the ancient times. That is what a Babylonian civilization. So now surrogate mother is not new thing. In 20th or 21st century it has been existing, but in different way. No. So this lady, the wife, of this particular husband in the ancient time, to avoid the divorce, from the husband, she arranges another lady, who can produce, who can give birth. So once she gives birth, she takes the child back, and she keeps with her, and also the husband, so that she doesn't get devoted. Okay. So recent advances in medical science, changes in social customs and legal framework have led to the development of modern commercial surrogacy. With the help of modern science nowadays, it is possible to develop embryo outside the womb and to inseminate the woman artificially without any need for physical contact between man and woman. So everything is done in the lab by the physician, by the technician. Don't have parents or couple, they don't have their relationship. Now there are there are ladies, they don't want to marry, but they want to have a child. How it is possible? Through artificial IVF. They take everything from she may be taking sometimes her own egg, or sometimes she may be borrowing from some other. Depends on the color, and suppose if she's not happy with their color, she may be looking for some other people of other culture or other other countries where the colors are, skin colors are different, not be white, or we call it brown. We call it brown. People who are not happy with their white colored skin, they may seek a brown color. Brown color. So depends. So in this case, she wants to have a child, but she doesn't want to marry, or she doesn't want to live with any of the men. So it is done everything there. Everything there. Then just implant it. Everything do it in the lab. They take embryo, they take egg. Give life at the lab, then they implant it in the lady's womb who desire to have a baby without getting married, without having relationship. Okay, these things are taking place common today. Now, how this is possible? Infertility clinics provide you with the detailed procedures involved. There are women who wish to be surrogate mothers or egg donors. Not only surrogate, they are offering their womb. There are also women who offer their egg, to the couple who are in need. There are formalities, of course, and experts will assist you. They will help you how to go about. Prospective parents will avail the help of the reliable contacts and use the service of such mothers to get their fertilized embryo implanted in her womb. Then the surrogate mother carries the baby to the term, so called, for 9 months. There may be worries, anxieties, and fears, both from the part of surrogate mother, also from the part of the virginal mother. From the part of virginal mother, she may be thinking whether she is eating well, whether does she sleep, does she care really about my baby which is in her womb, really. They're paying 3, 4, 5 lakhs you are paying for 9 months, but in spite, if she doesn't take care, there can be miscarriage, or there could be lot of problems. Again, you are out of fear. Also, there's a fear in the lady who carries the surrogate mother. No, will it be everything okay? No, will everything be? Will I get my whole sum of amount that was contracted? No, the beginning. Something happens, the original couple, they may deny. No, the child is miscarried, or what you call the child has got the defect. No, you didn't eat well, or you didn't sleep well, or you went for working. No, now there's a problem. My child is not, that healthier, or what you call that smart. They may find their own excuses. So the surrogate mother also will be in fear and anxiety whether everything will be okay. No, will it be normal delivery, or what you call cesarean? No, it's a problem from both the parties. No. Doctors and specialists will, however, take care of her case and guide her through the entire process till the time of childbirth. You don't have to worry. You can still frequently go, consult the doctor, take proper medication, good food. That is enough. No, everything will be all right. Sometimes a married woman who is physically unable to carry and bear children herself will reach an agreement with another woman who agrees to be impregnated with the original couple's embryo and carry the child to the term of 9 months. This could involve in vitro fertilization using both the egg and the sperm of the married couple, or it could involve artificial insemination by using the what you call donor's egg or sperm, using the husband's sperm with the surrogate mother's egg, etc. This arrangement also seems to be to violate God's intention that the children should be conceived by and born to a man and to a woman who are married to each other. In this case, the child would not be born to the woman who is part of the married couple, but to the surrogate mother. Now we shall see 2 short video clips. The first video clip, it explains about what is surrogacy. How couple seek surrogate mother, how they get into what they call doctor, how they consult the doctor, how the doctor advises the couple to seek a surrogacy mother, and what is their agreement and what you call contract, etc. That is first video. In the second video, as I said, how foreigners come to India. They look for urban places in India, especially in north, and they choose ladies and they offer sum of money. They are carrying for 8-9 months. That is equal to their 1 year of salary sometimes. And they are happy. And they are happy that they carry the child and they give back to the foreigners. That is the second video. We shall see both the videos and understand more about the surrogacy.
Vani and Varun, a happily married couple for 3 years, are now planning for a family. Vani conceives and they are happy, but alas, miscarriage happens. In spite of trying many times, they are not blessed with a child. Vani and Varun are going through trauma, and they discuss it with a friend couple. The couple suggests visiting a fertility clinic and consider surrogacy. The couple tells them that they also had many miscarriages because the female had damaged uterus due to endometrial tuberculosis. They also visited the fertility center, where the doctor suggested them surrogacy as the only option, and that is how they had their child. Listening to the couple friend, Vani and Varun also visit the infertility specialist. The doctor does fertility tests on Vani and finds out that she has an incompetent cervix, for which all previous treatments have failed, and now surrogacy is the only option she has. Surrogacy has given countless couples the opportunity to build their family. Vani and Varun ask the specialist about surrogacy, who then explains to them the details of surrogacy. What is surrogacy? Surrogacy is a process that helps couple to start a family. when they otherwise could not due to various factors such as medical conditions, age, or recurrent miscarriage. Surrogacy is an agreement signed between a woman and a couple who wants to have a child of their own. It means to rent a womb to carry and deliver the baby for someone else. There are two types of surrogacy, traditional and gestational. Traditional. In this process, the woman is artificially inseminated with the father's sperm. She then carries and delivers the baby for the parents. A traditional surrogate is genetically related to the child because her egg was used in the process. Gestational. In this process, the woman carries and delivers the baby for the parents and is not genetically related to the child. The egg and the sperm are taken from the intended parents. Donor sperms and eggs may also be used if needed. The eggs are artificially fertilized by sperm through IVF and then implanted in the uterus of the surrogate. How to find a surrogate? There are a number of ways to find a surrogate mother. Family or friends. You can request a relative or a friend to be a surrogate for you. This has its own benefits and challenges. Licensed surrogacy agency. The agency not only helps to find a good surrogate mother, but will also take care of legal and medical arrangements throughout the process. It will also collect a fee that is processed through you to surrogate, such as paying for her medical expenses. How to choose a surrogate? It is important to make sure that surrogate mother is healthy and ideally between 21 to 35 years old, has given birth to a healthy baby before, should pass a psychological screening by a mental health professional, signs a contract about her role and responsibilities in the pregnancy. Vani and Varun, after listening to the specialist, consider undergoing surrogacy, using their own eggs and sperms. They are now parents to a cute little girl named Sarah. Janani Fertility Center has had many successful surrogate pregnancies in the last 9 years. Patients as old as 50 years have had a chance to experience parenthood with the help of surrogacy.
They're called miracle babies. Each one was born from a surrogate mother in India. Mothers like 26-year-old Opina, who just carried and gave birth to twins for Christine, an infertile woman from Vancouver, Canada.
બાળક મારા પેટમાં રહ્યું છતાંય મારા જેવું નથી કે નથી અમારા કોઈ જેવું હોય ને ઇન્ડિયા જેવું એ બાળક એમના જેવું છે મારી જે બેબી છે એ સેમ એના પપ્પા જેવી છે અને છોકરો છે એની મમ્મી પર પડ્યો છે.
Opina was able to buy a home after renting out her womb for $7,500. That's more than 10 years' wages in India. She is one of 50 active surrogates who live here at the Akanksha Infertility Clinic in Anand, Gujarat. As a whole, the surrogacy team have about 3 babies every month. Each surrogate is surgically implanted with the client's embryo, which they carry under contract until delivery. In India, this growing industry is estimated at $445 billion. Hundreds of Westerners sign up each year to hire a surrogate for 5 times less than what it would cost back home. Christine, who didn't want her surname used, tried in vitro fertilization first, transferring her fertilized egg to her own uterus. No success. India was her last hope, since commercial surrogacy, the acceptance of money to carry another's child, is outlawed in Canada.
I think there's an industry out there that's very complicated, the whole fertility industry, and I think there needs to be more openness towards surrogacy as an option instead of continual repeat visits and an encouragement for IVF cycles to continue.
Here is a young couple, the lady who is born without a uterus. It's not her fault. It's God's gift to her. And for her to make her life comfortable, to make her suffering less, if she wants a child of her own, from her own genes, and if there's another lady who is ready to help her do the same thing, okay, to have a baby, why should it be a problem for anyone?
Dr. Naina Patel started the clinic 5 years ago. She requires surrogates to already have their own children and limits each to 3 tries. She cringes at anyone who calls this exploitative.
As soon as you come to a poor country, you say that it's exploitation. I know what it means to a surrogate, the compensation that she gets, what it means to her life, what life they were living before. and now how it has changed their lives.
The rules are more lax in India. Dr. Patel implants up to 5 embryos in a surrogate to ensure success, meaning quintuplets are a possibility. In Britain, the maximum is 2. This explains the high incidence of twins at the clinic. Dr. Patel says the surrogates are undeterred, even if they risk greater physical strain from multiple births. 42-year-old New Yorker Heidi, who didn't want her surname used, watches a ceremony for a Japanese man's new baby, born to an Indian surrogate. This is Heidi's second try in India. Her first surrogate suffered a miscarriage. India is most affordable for her, but her primary reason for coming here is legal.
Different states have different laws. In New York, the contract is not binding. So even beyond going through all the paperwork, if the surrogate decided she wanted to keep the baby, the contract is null and void. She has all the rights.
Indian surrogates have no legal right to the child after delivery. Many surrogates here admit the hardest part is giving the babies away after childbirth.
બાળકો આપીને મને ઘણો આનંદ થયો છે કે મેં બે બાળકોનો જન્મ આપ્યો છે અને એમને ગિફ્ટ કરી છે. પણ મારો જીવ તો આમ તો આપણે લાગણી તો થાય જ, પણ આપણે પહેલાથી નક્કી કર્યું છે આપી દેવા જ પડશે.
Soon, Opina's only memory of the twins she held for 9 months will be this locket.
I'm sure the videos were clear, no? How the surrogacy, what you call couple seek surrogacy, and how they approach the doctor and they advise them, no? They make the test and see the possibility. If not, they ask them to what you call approach the agents or other centers where surrogacy mothers are available. In the second video, as I said earlier, people come from America and Canada. They're looking for surrogate mothers. Here in India, especially, they visited north, some urban places, and it is said that they pay about $7,500 American dollars to the woman who carries the baby, the surrogate mother. And it is said that she herself admits, the lady from Canada, she says, to do the same back in their own country, it would cost her 5 times. In India, she pays $7,500 American dollars, but to do the same thing in her own country, it would cost 5 times more, which means about more than $35,000. So in India, it is very cheap. But for Indians or those people who are there in the urban, they think that for them it is very, it's more than what you call, she said 10 years, 10 years of wages that she gets back in 9 months. That is what the lady admits, It's a huge sum of money in 9 months. All that she has to do is to give her womb for rent, carry, nurture the baby. Once the the delivery, give the baby back to the original parents, the mother. This is what taking place. It's one of the video that I looked for and I got it. There are many videos and many what you call documentary, not movies exactly, but there are clips that shows how things are going on, not only here in India but around the world. Now we shall see what you call about the church. What does the church say about surrogacy mother? Okay, the church says no. The church says no to surrogate motherhood, for it is contrary to the unity of marriage and to the dignity of procreation of a human being, a person. Surrogate motherhood represents an objective failure to meet the obligations of maternal love, of conjugal fidelity, and of responsible motherhood. It offends the dignity and the right of child to be conceived in the original mother or in the original couple, carried in the womb, brought into the world and brought up by his own parents. It sets up to the detriment of families a division between a physical, psychological, moral elements which constitute those families. Again, the church holds that the life of every human person is to be respected and treated with dignity from the moment of conception. Gaudium et Spes, number 24. Human procreation has a specific characteristics by virtue of the personal dignity of the parents and of the children. The procreation of a new person, whereby the man and the woman collaborate with the power of Creator, the one who gave life, must be the fruit and the sign of mutual self-giving of the spouses, of their love and their fidelity within the marriage. You can't do what you call break the marriage, the bonds of marriage, the unity of marriage, and go to the third person, which is supposed to be, which is supposed to be done, or which is supposed to take place within the marriage. Then there is no, as I said, there is no meaning, purpose of getting married and living together. If someone is going to carry in the room your child using your ovum, your sperms, then there is no end in getting married. There is no purpose of living together. There is no meaning in saying husband and wife. Is what they call a moral problem that church is saying today. The fidelity of the spouses in the unity of marriage involves a reciprocal respect of the right to become a father and mother only through each other. When they through their conjugal act, when they conceive, the women, when they conceive, only then they have the right to say the child is mine, because the child that I carried for 9 months, not someone else. Not someone else. I carried in my womb. The blood is there. The blood, the nutrition and the food, whatever I ate is being shared of my body, is being shared to my own child. So I have all the rights. And the child has got the dignity to say, I was born and brought up in my own mother's womb, not in someone's womb. The child has a right to be conceived, carried in the womb, brought into the world, and brought up within the marriage. And it is through the secure and recognized relationship to his own parents that the child can discover his own identity and achieve his proper human development. The parents find in their child a confirmation and completion of their reciprocal self-giving. The child is living image of their love. The permanent sign of conjugal union that they have taken from Donum Vitae. When you read Donum Vitae, you will understand some of the inputs, some of the text I have taken from Donum Vitae. The Catholic Church is fully aware of the pain and sufferings of the couples who discover that they are sterile, infertile, incapable. Hence, it encourages research aimed at reducing human sterility on condition that it is placed at the service of human person. Again, Church encourages the science and research. Help them. Those infertile, those who are unable to multiply or bear children, help them. Give them medication, give them medicine, treatment, whatever you can, but not to take away their dignity, not to take away the things from their body and replace it in another, or do it everything in the lab, then back implant it. That cannot be. But you help them, that the medicine and the technology help find out the faults, rectify it within the body, but not to take it, do it in the lab. The Church is fully aware of the pain and sufferings of the couples who discover that they are sterile. Nevertheless, the Church declares that the better option is not surrogacy, but to adopt thousands of India's abandoned children. Thousands of children abandoned in the street. These children could be given the love, the dignity, the respect that is denied to them. The faithful couple who adopted a child and they are living happily. I know a couple who are faithful, who are God fearing. After their marital life of 10-15 years, they were unable to bring up the child. So they consulted doctors and they underwent different medication, but then it was not that 100%. Finally, when someone asked me my opinion, since I was student at the time, learning my licentiate, so whatever I learned, I just said view of the church. There are other ways, other ways of having children, like adoption. There are thousands of children, in Calcutta, in Delhi, in major cities, even our own Catholic religious institutions they are having, because at the birth, the parents just abandon or give it to the orphanage and they go. So the couple, they adopted a child and the child is very healthy, active, and the couple, they are very happy now because now they have a child. Of course, it's not their own, but they have adopted. The same love, the same respect, same dignity which they were supposed to give to their own child, now they are giving to the adopted. So there are other ways, when couples they come and tell you we are infertile and unable to bear, unable to conceive. There are other ways also. Usually we advise them to go for other medication, take proper food and try, again give it a try. When nothing works out, then surely we can advise them for adoption, so that the child also get proper education, proper life, and the couples are happy. Also the child who is being abandoned, in the orphanage, you are giving another life to the child. So this is what a church would say. We shall stop here.